Hi, this is Mauvu doing your feedback. If you have any questions, just ping me in your thread. This happening. I'm just gonna assume like you had like your mouse disconnected or something because I don't really know what was happening there. Let me just go back. Okay, so we should be in our standard settings. We should be entering seeds on third person just for the immediate information advantage you get from it. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I mean, we should be just using. I don't know if you're at the ELO range to enable BT seeds, but you should still be using the block entities pie chart in a spin to just gauge like or to just find the rough direction of any block entities, which is usually going to be like your structure, so like desert temple, shipwreck, ruined portal, and village. All of those have block entities in them that will show up on your on the mapless pie chart. So even though you may not be getting mapless, okay, yeah. So that's what you're doing. You should have your pie chart standardized in standard settings. Okay, rune portal, shipwreck. Looks like the rune portal was the filter here. You should still take at least one of those gold items. Like I know you've got a shipwreck here that you might get more like disposable gold stuff, but just like extra gold to like throw to piglins in the bastion is always nice. So you can take the pumpkins there for extra blocks, but your hotbar's already kind of cluttered. But you definitely should have checked those boots for feather falling. Like it's like a very good enchantment to get. And as you're going to this tree, you probably should have thrown out this iron here, and maybe you take off the pickaxes. I don't really know, like because you definitely want iron pickaxe on your hotbar. I don't know what your overall hotbar looks like, but definitely one of the pickaxes can come off your hotbar, the carrots as well, and then maybe maybe not the wheat, depends if you buttcraft bread or if you dry craft it. But yeah, you didn't need the 4 extra iron there. Optimal crafts I think here is everything you just did, and then iron sword if you do iron sword blaze fights. Why the shear's not on our hotbar? Okay, yeah, this is just the pathing here is just suboptimal. Like you're going away from the ruined portal while you're doing all of this. Like let's go back to where the crafting table is. So we get this tree, and like it's a birch tree, so the leaves will not stack, but it doesn't really matter. Like it's still faster than going to trees that are in the opposite direction of your enter. So just like I think you're like overreacting to not having stackable leaves. Like it's not that bad, really. And the stackable planks, but like you've already got enough wood because you don't need to make doors here. It's a ruined portal entry. Why did we close F3 on enter? Don't get that. We should F3C immediately on another enter to copy the codes of the entry portal. Are you spamming offhand? I think that you should have just dropped a few gold on the floor, wait till the guys like see it, and then you can just open the chest. It's just one of the benefits of having gold and stuff. Like, they might have gone aggroed now. No. Let's see. Okay, I don't think we get much obby out of this. Yeah. There's just like sometimes if you've got like 10 plus obby from the other chests, it's often worth just punching a guy instead of breaking the chest because it's just gonna keep your inventory cleaner and it's just gonna help you do like bed pre-crafts and sort your inventory in the bastion much better. But yeah, here you don't get that much obby from top chests, so you definitely want to keep looting chests. It should be, you shouldn't be throwing gold. You should be right clicking the guy, like here. This guy, it should just be like autopilot. You're holding out your gold while like punching the ground for cooldown skip or whatever as you run down here. This is good. Just for like, just to make it like easier mechanically, I like to place the block first. Yeah. Like I placed the basalt I mined earlier there, break the 2 blocks, and then drop down. Don't know if I like that. Kind of just felt a little bit extra, but sure, it wasn't like bad or anything. Okay, yeah, so if you're doing this mining order, which I do prefer because it's just less blocks you have to mine, um, you definitely don't want to throw the gold like this because you want to throw it against the back wall so you don't pick it up. And instead of giving them the gold like you do here, if you place a block here and just like throw it at this corner, they'll still all be able to get it, and you don't have to break a block or anything, and you can just place a block here at the end of the bastion route and build out. The gold gets pushed into the trading hole. Did we yeah, just there. You shouldn't be running into the corner here because then you're gonna pick up the gold again. Like you should be hugging this right wall as you walk forwards into this because like you want to mine up here to like pre-dig the trade pickup area when you gravel drop in the hole, but you don't want to pick up the items here because it's going to just clutter your inventory unnecessarily and you pick up the gold and it's just like, yeah, they stop trading and everything. You're throwing out crying. 60 carrots. Okay, yeah, so before pulling down the crafting table, we should have made the 3 wool here, so we can just go gold carrots, bed, and then we're done. Okay, so we're not, yeah, you should just be pre-crafting a bed here, like there's no reason not to. Just so we keep like filling up, we keep like going next to the trade hall, picking up a load of random stuff, and like I just don't like it. Like you want to pick up all the trades that are out of the way. I doubt it. Maybe it was open out the back of where the backup blocks are, but like you could potentially purlang towards the fort while we're waiting for trades here. I don't know. I think there's just better things to be doing than this. Yeah, you're just spending way too much time in the trading hall. Like, I think there's still trades that you haven't picked up. Yeah. Yeah, like there was pearls. Yeah, we could have pearl hang out the back. Let me just... Okay, I can't really tell if... I don't think we've seen the spawner, but this is like a full lava lake fortress, so it's pretty easy to play dynamic on this. Playing dynamic in ranked isn't the most consistent play, so I don't hate not going for it, but when you see the spawner, you can quite easily just purlang to it and play dynamic until you have like a bad situation and just unhang the pearl, and then you finish your play split by playing spawner. So just like a micro thing here, we craft wool, right? Why do we throw out the string here? Like we have the crossbow, so like if we're throwing out string for bow, like why did we take the crossbow if we're not comfortable with it? And then also throw the other purpose of throwing out string is to only craft a multiple of 3 amount of wool, so that when you craft your beds, you don't have this excess stack of wool that's gonna clutter up your inventory. Because like here, we're gonna have 2 extra wool when we craft 7 beds. Yeah, so just the thing with the like building out the platform, it's good being bridging out 3 so you can stand out of the spawning area so you don't get spawned on and like meleeed, but you don't need to build every single part of it 3 blocks out because the blazes don't spawn that far, and when they spawn on soul sand and like you hit them on the soul sand, they take barely any KB, so you don't need to worry about making it further out. And then just like a little bit of like blaze prioritization. I like going for this guy, and then after you kill this guy, you should kill the guy behind you because he's blocking spawns, whereas this guy is outside of the spawner, so you can kill him later. And then you should probably 2RD, so those stray guys, if you're not going to kill them right now, you don't want to have those stray guys shoot fire onto your spawner and then block spawns. So I think our fire res ran out just because like the bastion was like slowed down so much. Like the fire res didn't last that long into the fort split. Why are we still trying to build this out? I don't know. This just feels like I know the blazes are being a little bit awkward to kill here, but like you can blaze boat guys that are like off the side. You can just go over onto this glowstone, bridge out twice, and hit this guy back towards the platform. And just like you just need to be killing the blazes at this point. Like you're on high rod count. Mm, okay, so just so like the Eye of Ender, well, the stronghold is like directly in front of us at the moment, right? Like 800 blocks or whatever out. And the thing you'll see, like pretty much like most top runners do, is they'll make sure to be looking in the same direction the Eye of Ender went upon re-entry into the Nether, so that they're looking in that same direction in the Nether, so they have this sort of like the like mental like awareness to know which direction the stronghold is in immediately, so they can either like send a pearl hang or start going in, like straight away. But we didn't do that, so I'm expecting you'll take like at least a couple seconds to figure out which way we're going. Yeah, like like had we just been entering the Nether, looking in the right direction, we could have just pearl hung immediately in that direction, got our last rod, and then just unhang it, and then we would have been out like faster. I think you go down here every time because you're 70 blocks away, and you want to kind of prioritize the getting to Y40 at this point. To be honest, I think I'd sort of try and clear out my inventory here, and then craft beds and gold pickaxes and anchors here, and just dig through the wall instead of trying to go up and around here. Because you have like so many gold pickaxes available, and you've also got an unbreaking 3-1. You're going, uh, um, just another like small micro um like inventory sorting thing. After you light the second portal, you should just throw out your fire charges before pick blocking RB, so that they're no longer in your inventory and it just clears a slot. I think something you should be like, clearly our initial spike is like hard to follow, so I think we should be trying to rescan a bit more when we go down these pathways to see if we can get another spike that's easier to get to. Is this starter? Because all of these paths seem to die very quickly. No. Why? Okay, I don't know why we're not going up those stairs. Like, we're not in starter. Like, the portal room's probably just above us, in that same direction, down some path. This is probably starter. It's probably back right. Oh no, it's not. Okay, surely this is. I feel like you should have checked that ravine before continuing, because there's a solid chance that you see it in this ravine. Where are we going though? Why did we tunnel vision on this so hard? Yeah, okay, so I'd say the biggest like problem with what we're doing here is just not rescanning at any point to try and re-pick up the portal room spike. Like we've probably just lost all sense of like direction compared to where we think our portal room is now. Like, okay. Okay, and here we need to make sure, okay, we missed the eat here. Um, Now we're going to have to double eat before entering the end, which is just going to be flat time loss. Like we need to be rescanning at this point. Like you're basically just doing an exhaustive search now. Like, we've already been here. I feel like he's probably just like down mid at the start, and then like instead of going through that ravine, if you just probably follow the main path, he's probably somewhere there. I don't know. It doesn't seem like an easy stronghold. And again, like we've missed another eat, and we're just not going to be on full health in the portal. Yeah, it was just like it was actually 6 rooms. Like, should have chugged 2 food there to quick heal up, and then hopefully be able to lose another bar so that we can eat another bread before entering. Yeah, we just can't make this. We don't have enough health. Well, I guess we do, but we have to hit a good amount of beds. Um, okay, I think like as far as like significant problems, it was mainly just all the end game here. Like there was stuff in the Bastion that was like your overlapping in the Bastion was very like suboptimal, not very like it felt like you were just doing everything that just came to mind instead of planning out like, oh, I'm gonna craft my axe bed and Palang all before I check trades at the end. Like it just felt like you were doing a lot of stuff in the Bastion when it just popped into your head to do it, but like that's not that big a problem compared to stuff that happened in the end game where it was very much like, I mean, aside from the stronghold nav, like the pre-crafts in the portal room, it should be done earlier because like you're gonna have less stuff in your inventory when you're like blinding them when you are now. Because like, look, stone bricks, like, and like netherrack from getting to second pull records and stuff. But like, it's just better to do it in the same spot at every run anyway, like on blind, so that you've got the muscle memory and you. It just feels more comfortable to do it there. Um, And then yeah, just like the food management in the end game as well, and then the lack of rescans in the stronghold. Uh, it's just I feel like that is probably what cost you because like a rescan right there, you're likely to pick up the. When I say rescan, I don't mean like a full thing like this. I just mean toggling thin macro into just doing like a couple like scan to the left and right and see if you get the spike. Um, it's not like a full 360 like slow and precise because you hopefully should be able to get a general direction with something like that in starter and then only need like it's just like updating your like information to like uh give yourself a better idea of where you are relative to the portal room. That's what I have to say. um yeah, I think that's all. Well, that's like the most important thing is just like being familiar or not familiar, just like a lot of endgame practice to like be extremely comfortable with playing it in almost any situation. Like I feel like that's probably the best way to improve at endgames. Really, it's just like a ton of practice. Uh, it's always not. It's not always like the easiest thing to do because it takes time. But yeah, I'd say it's just mainly your endgame here that needs work. But yeah, if you have any questions about anything, just ping me in your thread and I'll try to answer. Also, I feel like my brain was. It's pretty early for me right now, so I feel like I didn't do the best job at explaining stuff. So yeah, if you want me to re-explain anything, yeah, just ping me and I'll try to do a better job. Yeah, thanks for sending in the run.